About a year ago I had a vision. An idea for a new type of ant nest unlike the world had ever seen. A nest that combines functionality and class. I'm of course talking about the Aesthetic Ants Mesh nests. In this video I'm going to do a review about the mesh nests. Why me, you ask? Well, I'm the maker, designer and user of these nests. I've been involved in every step, so who's more qualified than me? Oh, and trust me, it's not only sunshine and rainbows. There are definitely some challenges with this nest and I will explain everything in this video. So don't worry, this won't be a massive ad, but a genuine review of these nests. This video will be divided into 5 parts. The looks, the usability, the price, the customer reviews and finally my own review. We will talk about things like hydration, escape prevention and much more. If you are interested, leave a like on this video and consider subscribing. I left a huge surprise, literally at the end of this video, that you don't want to miss out on. Starting with the looks, the first impression. Usually the reason people buy a nest. These nests do look very clean. In white it becomes neat and sterile looking nest. It looks like it's high quality and it is. The acrylic is very see-through and it doesn't look like there's any lid on at all. The logo on the side of the nest is a really nice touch and it enhances the idea that you're buying a nest from, well, me, Aesthetic Ants. The inside of the nest looks natural. It never gets boring no matter where you look. It takes time to discover the full nest and that's just awesome. Definitely with ants inside it takes time to see it all. The meshes are nicely incorporated in the design, which is amplified with the different levels inside the nest. However, being printed in all white, this nest can look a bit boring. It lacks color, which is a downside. The walls in a different color would be a nice addition. Perhaps something in the future, but you need a different 3D printer for that kind of design. Also, the natural design limits the nesting space. If you are looking for the most efficient nest in terms of nesting space, you are at the wrong address. Next is usability. We can talk ages about this. Everyone uses the nest in a different way and for different species. But with around 500 to 750 nests sold, we can safely say there's not been a lot of problems with this nest. At least not that have been reported. There were a few cases where the species Pheidole pallidula got through the mesh. Since there are plenty of Pheidole colonies housed in the mesh nest, this is kinda debatable and those cases were probably bad luck. Apart from Pheidole pallidula, no other species that I know of escaped the nest. These are pretty good stats if you're looking at how many nests are in circulation. This doesn't mean it's microspecies proof. Species like Tapenoma melanocephalum or Solenopsis fugax will definitely get through the mesh. Connecting the nest is very easy with a double connector. You can put 10mm tubing inside or 15mm over it. In our experience, 90% of the nests get used with 10mm tubing, which is fine with most species. And yes, a Ligniperla queen can squeeze through. Then, hydration. Hydration in this nest works well. It works too well in fact. If you hydrate all 3 meshes on the medium and large, then the humidity reaches 90% or higher. But messer species seem to be doing very well inside the mesh nest if you only hydrate one mesh. It's quite funny that a lot of customers flip the hydration tray 180 degrees. This allows for less humidity and more airflow. A downside to this mesh system is that without good sponges or cotton, the water dries up pretty fast. This is sadly not a problem that I can fix very easily, and it just means you need to hydrate it more often. For demanding species like Myrmica rubra, we suggest you fill the tray daily. You can luckily do this without disturbing the ants. Moving on to the price. Compared with other nests, the mesh nests are very well priced. You can choose yourself if you want to go more budget or get some extras. The nests are designed to keep a colony in for long. In the small mesh nest you can fit up to 200 Aziz Nigel workers. It will take you roughly 2 years to get the colony to this size. That would mean the small nest would cost you 60 cents a month before your ants need a new nest. That's not too bad, right? Then we move on to the customers. What do they think of the nest? So far the reactions on the nests have been great. What I get told and what I see is people loving the nest and a lot of colonies doing very well inside. Sadly, not that many people leave reviews, but from the few reviews the mesh nest got, almost all were 5 stars. So what is my opinion on these nests? I do like them a lot. At the time they were very innovative, and for a starting store owner and ant keeper, they were pretty good. Now, looking back at these nests with an extra year of experience, I think they're not professional enough anymore. There are flaws with the nest like the humidity and potential escape risk. There's no perfect nest, and this one isn't perfect either. Luckily, for a lot of species this nest works very well, and the feedback on them has been amazing. That being said, I want to create better and more special products now that I have a lot more experience. So in summary, the nests are a good starter nest for my brand and store, but now I'm ready for the next step. But before that next step, you can now get this big lady in the Aesthetic Ants store. That's right, the XL mesh nest is now released. After some testing, the nest proved its worth, and now you can get the ultimate nest for your ants. It's big, very big, and it also has 3 connection ports so you can connect multiple nests to it. For more information on this nest, please take a look at the website. If you watch this video to the end, I want to thank you for watching. Next year we can do another review on some other product. This was Aesthetic Ants, and I will see you next time.